long time because I didn't see any white light or anything like that. And I said, oh my God, all I remember is black. And I said, oh my God, I must be going to hell. You know, I'm this terrible person. You know, I didn't see the white light. But anyway, what happens, I remember that I was like either lying on my side or standing up. I think lying on my side. I was either knocking on something, like I said, it was all black, and I remember what I was wearing, which is absurd because if you're totally in the dark, how can you remember what you were wearing? But or see what you were wearing, I should say. But what I think it was is I was lying on my side and I was trying to either like peel something from a corner. I was trying to get to somewhere else. But I was very, very calm. But it was like I wanted to get on the other side of wherever I was at. You know, just trying to like, you know, get to that. So anyway, right after that, what happened was it was almost like, you know, you're coming out of a dream, because I heard really faintly, I heard my name, you know, this Paul, 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 and then there was like this blue. I remember this blue haze. Now that could have been like the you know, what the doctors and the assistants and the nurses, you know, were wearing. But it's like I came back into consciousness, and then, you know, there was all this commotion, you know, all these people around me. I remember I felt so damn sorry for my doctor, because he had like this, you know, just sweat pouring all over him, you know, and I was like, you know, what the heck had happened? And immediately I remember I was annoyed, because I was like, geez, what do you know, you guys bother me for? I'm trying to sleep, you know, or that's really like the feeling that I had. And there was a second of suffocation when I came back, was brought back, thankfully, God first, what I believe, and thankfully to the great doctors and the assistants and the nurses. And I remember the feeling that, oh my God, you know, I have, you know, heart and lungs again, and I'm breathing. There was a second of suffocation, almost like an engine starting again, almost like a little electric feeling, an electrical type of feeling. And I remember, like I said, the whole idea of having the heart and lungs back again, and breathing, and that very, very weird feeling of like, you know, that you're encased back in a body. And oh wow, I'm back in this body, you know, and I'm back. I felt confined. It was a very, very weird feeling. And then, you know, I was just, it took me a minute. One of the freaky things, if, you know, this hasn't been already, you know, some of it, I had to remind myself who I was. Oh yeah, I'm Paul. And oh, that's right, you know. And you know, the feeling that I had when I came back, it felt like I had been on this very, very long trip. And like I said, there was all this commotion in the hospital there around at this time with everything. And you know, I was, you know, grateful to be alive. And you know, the doctor said, I'm sorry, there's too much blockage. You're going to have heart surgery. So they hooked me up with a little, what do they call, the pacemakers, you know, through the leg there, and I had the surgery the next day, you know. And I have to say, looking back now, thank God for the experience, because boy, I never would have been able to make it through if it wasn't for the fact that I was so freaked out by the experience I had been through. I remember thinking that night, you know, I said, well, you know, you've already flatlined. I mean, it can only get better from here, you know, so you got to go through heart surgery. So what? You're alive, you know, so that definitely helped. But I remember that night thinking, like, my God, it felt like 100 years had passed, at least. You know, it just this long, large expanse of time, and also almost like this wide expanse of like, where you almost felt like a little grain of sand on this enormous beach, you know, just this enormous expanse of time. So it was just an amazing